Hello, Immortal Destination YouTube. Back in another review of Batman and Cape Crusader. As I said before, I'm busting out these reviews like real quick. I have notes this time instead of me just ranting. But without further ado, let's get started. I picked the wrong chunks, by the way, too. I picked the other one. Anyway, Guy. Pretty much the cold open is Guy imagines spiders. Well, hallucinates spiders. Later, we don't know what that is yet. Climbing around, like crawling around him, and then he dies, and that's the cold opening. Montoya is still sad about Harleen's quote-unquote death. We see Vicky Vale for the first time, and she openly flirts with Batman. So at least they're keeping that right. Hopefully, it's not the Telltale series where they just repeat the Lady Arkham arc. If you know, you know. It's on my YouTube channel. Check it out. Batman and Telltale series season 1. We see more of Bruce than we did last season. I forgot to mention that, but we see him more in this season as Bruce Wayne, not Batman. We get a lot more Batman in this season, which is great. No, I think the last season was mostly side characters. Okay, let's see. Remember when I used quotation marks earlier? Well, when I said quote-unquote Harley Quinn, Montoya is sad over Harley Quinn's death. Well, that's not entirely true. We see Asian Harley Quinn is alive. I know people won't get mad at me, but she's Asian Harley Quinn. And Montoya knew about it, which is stupid considering she's a cop and Harley is a wanted criminal. So she could pretty much lose her badge anytime, and no one at the GCPD knew this. But I digress. We find out well, 2 more Vicks are poisoned, and we find out, and well, let's just say Harleen sees photos on Montoya's desk about the crime scene, goes to investigate, and she runs into the criminal. We don't know who the criminal is yet, or the poisoner is yet. She runs into Batman. Batman gives chase. She runs into Batman and the poisoner. The poisoner and Harleen both run. Or I should say the poisoner pretty much fights Batman and then gets the upper hand on Batman and runs. Batman doesn't go after the poisoner, though. He proceeds to go after Harleen. Okay, well, this show was really trying to make Harleen a sympathetic character, even though she kidnapped, like, last season some rich people and stole their money. But she did give it to charity, I guess. Which is, I don't know, not fine, but I don't care. At least they're not just technically not copying the Harley Quinn series. By the way, don't ask me to review that series. I don't really care enough about that series. But anyway, Harleen pretty much tells Batman he can help her. She can help him if he needs it. And at first, Batman doesn't want to do it, which, by the way, she insults Batman the whole time while doing that. By the way, and Batman pulls out some knockout gas and knocks her out. And they're in the Batmobile, which suggests that Batman will ask for Harley help. Okay, I'll admit this. They actually are a pretty good team together. Even though Harleen pretty much has all the dialogue putting the crime together, and Bruce chimes in with one word every time. Well, I suppose that's Batman for you. Okay, let's see. Yep, okay, I told y'all Batman and the culprit. Batman gives chase to the culprit and Harleen. And the notes I put Harlot is there, and as he escapes, and the killer escapes. I called her Harlot. I didn't mean to type that out. Okay, let's see. They found out together that they work for a team teacher called Charles Charles Burton later in the episode, by the way. Okay, let's see. And they think that he did it, but which means it's obviously not Charles Burton doing the killings. Okay, later on we find out Charles Burton is a creep who's trying to sleep with two of her students, sleep with his female students. So yeah, I suppose that is kind of accurate to real life. Sorry, that was a shit fucking joke. But anyway, and then two students pretty much walk up to him, two male students pretty much walk up to him. One of the male students will find out who they are later. We never, I don't think we find out who the first male student is. The second one we will. Okay. I know I'm skipping around a lot. Okay, the students that was being picked up on the student that was being picked up by Professor Charles Burton, basically hit on by Charles Burton, gets drugged by the mystery assailant. We'll find out who he is later. Batman and Harley try to save her. They get to her late because Harley gets drugged with the hallucinogen. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, Harley figures out that milk somehow stops the hallucinogen. I don't know how. I don't understand the science behind that, but it's a cartoon show. Okay. She sees the student that's drugged. She sees fire when she's drugged and jumps out the window and then dies. Pretty much Batman tries to save her while Harley is downed from the toxin. I said toxin, you know who this is. And then they pretty much grapple away together, and Montoya, who's investigating the crime scene, sees them. That'll tie into the end of the episode, which is later. Okay, Charles Burton and that one student. Charles Burton knocks on that one student's door to talk to him, and then it cuts. And then we find out later that that character is a certain character from Batman mythos. We find that out. Later on, we find out that that student is Jonathan Crane Jr. Yup, that's right. That Crane, Scarecrow Crane. And he pretty much drugs the whole entire school, by the way. When the school is basically rioting, he gets them all in one place and pretty much poisons everyone. Everyone is running around. Even the friend that helped him get the aforementioned student away from, what was his name again? Charles Burton. Calling that student a loudmouth. Harley, oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to tell you, Harleen and Batman figure out who it is together by going in Professor Burton's office, who is dead, which I assume he overdosed and died from the fear toxin. Batman is dosed with the fear toxin, but he breaks free like instantly. I do love Batman's willpower. Sometimes he's sometimes he's strong enough to not be able to be affected by gases, but by strong will alone. Sometimes I guess mind control magic doesn't work on him pretty much either, from what I know. And yeah, before that, Harleen pretty much after the student dies says that she's no hero, and then Batman leaves her to deal with all that. Sorry, I should have mentioned that before, but I kind of forgot to write it in the notes. I just remembered it just now. Well, anyway, after the defeat, we see Harleen ice skating at a ice skating rink, and Montoya shows up, and Harleen is really happy to see her until they kiss first, obviously. Then Montoya leaves, and then cops just surround Harleen, arresting her. And that's the end of the episode. I actually liked this episode. I actually liked it for the most part. It was okay. They do use Batman characters from the Batman mythos, so, and they don't kill anyone from the Batman mythos this time. But we'll get to those episodes when we get to it. Hopefully you guys enjoy the review. I will see you guys next time. Episode review of episodes 7 and 8 will be out soon. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever time of day it is for y'all. Let's join in on Misfit. I'm out. Peace.